Let's use a combination of movement and the mesh warp to create this animation. This apple's going to fall and just wobble in place. Pushing this apple off the scene, right up here, applying the mesh warp to the apple layer, decreasing the number of rows and columns to make this a simple animation. Maybe it's 3 by 3. Clicking on the distortion mesh at frame 0, also opening up the position key, going, let's say 20 frames later, which is 2/3 of a second, apple hits the floor. Just like that. Nothing too dramatic. We're almost up to the mesh warp part. Let's look at the animation curve right here. With these endpoints selected, drawing marquee selection. Click on this icon for easy ease in. Now let's look at the animation. Just softly lands. That's a nice apple. Maybe you don't want it to softly land. I undid that. Click on the last one, easy ease out. And now the object will accelerate until it hits the ground. A little more plunk like that. Need to happen quicker. Just move the last key closer to the beginning. Plunk like that. For this demonstration, I'm going to leave it a little slow so it's easier to see. Going back to frame 0, right around here, clicking on the mesh warp. Could be a little easier to see when it's here. You can distort the inside envelope. I like it. It's a water drop falling from the sky. One of those exaggerated moments. An exaggerated moment of the art. And being tugged down. When it hits the ground, right here, drag that lower. Kind of goes the opposite way, gets squished. All that momentum still going for the top. I think it anticipates it a little too soon. Pressing the UU key. I'm going to move this key. It's starting a little too soon. You can speed this up a little later. Now let's just look at the squish and then the rebound. Then it has to rebound a little bit. Maybe the sides squish up and out a little. And then it all flexes back into shape. And you can continue this secondary motion on your object. You need to create a few more of these bounces. Do another pass at the way the curves are interpreted by selecting all the points, clicking here, selecting all the points using marquee selection, and maybe just using easy ease. And then drag the tangents a little to create this sharper curve. And when you're done, you can select all these keys, go down the Option key, and compress the animation. Other than this last moment when it kicks back, let me get rid of that one. It was looking okay. This kind of more firm than a water balloon effect. If you want to have a little extra fun, you could duplicate the floor. Add a position key and make that floor come on down right about here to squish the object.